So we have 2v2 gameplay analysis with the one and only NutE Banana and Meow Mix. I'm actually really excited to do this because I don't know, I feel like we have pretty similar play styles, and like I don't think we're that far off in skills, so it'll be interesting to see what kind of comments I'll come up with for this. Well, you know, take everything I say with a grain of salt. Not really mainly a twos player, so but I'll do my best here. Alright, so let's get started. Immediately loving the car here. Yeah, let's see. So I don't think you need to flip for this boost, and I also think that you can go back on ball cam just to see where this kickoff ends up going. So when you do this flip, so actually time it pretty well, so you didn't land too far up the wall, but generally you don't want to go too far into the corner, and that way you can react to whatever happens with this kickoff. And if you had been on ball cam, you'd be able to see a little better where this ball is going. Nice touch from your teammate. I would not have gone for this ball. As soon as you see your teammate make that touch, you want to figure out where the other team is. So you see Chubbs. Chubbs is going for that ball. At this point, it's pretty clear Chubbs is hitting that ball before you. So you should have turned away from this as soon as you knew that you were getting beat. So there's no point in going for a ball that you know you're going to get beat to. So the better you can judge whether you're getting beat to a ball, the faster you can recover and get back into play, rather than wasting time boosting at this ball and then getting beat and then having to go back. You could already be on your way back and be in a shadowing position to counter wet milk. Instead, you gotta go back. This is questionable here, so both of you guys are on the way back. So you want to be a little bit cautious here. Meow Mix is clearly just kind of chasing this ball, like he's not trying to rotate in behind you. So you should just let him try and make his play on the ball and get in a defensive position. But you both decide to go on the wall here, so that's just being aware of what your teammate's doing. So now we're in an awkward position, and you both miss. Typical NutE, missing the ball. I'm just kidding, but you can kind of see why this ended up being a goal, because we weren't aware of where our teammate was. From this position, you're clearly not going to get to the ball before wet milk, so you should just try and get in a defensive position to react to whatever he does, either at the post you're currently at, or you could rotate into the other post since the ball is going to be going that way. You also kind of drive off the wall there a little bit. I think that probably kind of messed you up. But anyway, onwards to greater things, like the kickoff. That is definitely a NutE kickoff right there. So maybe you realized that your flip wasn't the best, so you decide to just boost straight at this instead of trying to get another flip on it, which I could understand, but typically you'd want to land first and then be able to get another flip into the ball. That way you don't waste all of your boost. You want to have somewhere between like 10 and 12 boost after your kickoff so that you can recover faster to the side boost or potentially make a play. You don't want to be almost out of boost after the kickoff, typically. And our teammate misses the ball, so if we had a more standard kickoff where we had a little bit of boost, we might have had the awareness that our teammate was missing. So instead of flipping right away towards this boost, you could have had ball cam on to see whether your teammate was going to be able to make that touch. And then you could have been able to get back, maybe, to get a save. But instead we were just gunning for the side boost. To be fair, it did kind of look like he was getting that touch. You know, although it was a little, the ball was going a little bit fast towards the side, so a little bit more awareness, a little bit more ball cam could have resulted in being able to make a save. But that's alright. Still over 4 minutes left. Obviously you missed the boost, so I'm not gonna say much else about that. Again, you could just have very easily gotten that corner boost. So just be aware of that. Now I have to back off because we don't have any boost, or not enough boost. We turned out a little bit too quickly here, so watch this again. Teammate goes for ball, and then you immediately turn. Instead of immediately turning, you should see Chubbs is over there and realize that Chubbs is going to make a play. So you should be turning to a back post position so that you can play off of Chubbs' hit. But instead we have to back up. That was a little risky. You know, it's hard to tell if this guy's actually gonna get that touch off the wall. So I would have been a little bit more patient here and just, again, waited back post. That way, just in case he does get a touch out or a touch middle, you can follow that up a little bit easier. Because if he had gotten that over you, it might have been a goal against you. Because Wet Milk looks like he was in a position for that center. Nice hit off the wall. So, if we had been a little bit faster to this ball, that could definitely have been a goal for you. So after you make that hit, you could, let's see, there's probably a boost over here. You could boost towards this corner boost, and then do a quick turn back around here, or you could like jump off the wall, boost down, do a wave dash into this, turn around. But now that the ball is upfield, we should be trying to get in an offensive position so that we can help our teammate follow up on his touch rather than staying back. So like a forward flip here even, or a little bit earlier, might have helped with that. But we're a little bit too late to the ball, so can't really do anything with our touch. You probably could have just done a front flip into this boost. Once you see Wet Milk come in the side of your screen, you know that you're both going for the boost, so you should just try and beat him to the boost by doing a flip. Or just turn away immediately if you think you'll get beat. Well, we get a bump, so that's good. Nice hit. Yeah, this is fine. So good control. Kind of reading this situation, realizing that the other team has a touch. We're trying to buy our teammate time to get back here, potentially make a play if we can, which we do. Ideally, we could have got a shot on net here, because Wet Milk is in the corner, so if we get a little better touch, we're kind of trying to aim for that back corner of the net, potentially. But, that's okay. Okay, so let's see what happened here. So we kind of fake out the one guy. I think sort of a position a little bit more back facing towards your own net would be better, because if he had gotten that touch over you, you would have been able to quickly follow it up and take control, whereas if you're facing them, you're going to have a harder time turning around. Yeah, I think that was pretty close. We just kind of got juked out by that last flip there. So that's fine. Teammate a little bit too slow on the reaction. So he beats the last defender, so we should definitely be ready for this ball. We were expecting a center, but we could have been positioned a little bit more to the left side here. So after this turn, okay, so we're actually on the right side of the ball, so actually I think we just turned the wrong way. So your teammate's on the left, so, and Wet Milk is over there, so he's facing away from the ball though, so it's not going to get cleared across to the right side anytime soon. So we should be turning right here to get behind our teammate just in case it gets past him. And then if the center does look like it's coming, we can get closer to the middle. But doing a turn towards the right half of the field here doesn't put us in a good position. So we should have done a left turn so that we'd be behind our teammate, and then we would have been able to get this bounce better if we were more to the left, and been able to potentially get a challenge or a goal, something like that. And so all of that ends up resulting in a goal, just because you turned in the wrong direction here. You should have turned to the right to get behind Meow Mix instead of to the left. And then we were a little too aggressive. After the ball didn't get center, we should have turned away immediately to get in a shadowing position, since we were unable to get a play on the ball, try and buy our teammates some time to get back. But instead, the flick goes over us and we get scored on. So first mistake was turning the wrong way. Second mistake was not react fast enough to get in a defensive position after the center was not made. Nice shot from our teammate. Just mechanical error there. It's good to wait for this ball, follow up on this guy's hit, but we just needed to get there a little bit faster so we could get this this touch. Decent pass, but again, just a mechanical error. It's fine. Ends up being a goal somehow, though. Let me see what happens. I can't see because we're not in ball can. Let's see. Okay, Meow Mix just kind of surprises Wet Milk because your tactical whiff here. Tactical whiff and score. That's exactly what happened. All calculated, of course. Alright. So I would have backed off here just because it looked like Meow Mix was going for this ball. So like once I see that he's already up, you know, unless you know for sure you can beat Chubbs, then it's probably fine. But it's a little bit close, so I would have just backed off in that situation and give my teammates some time to recover. Ends up working out though, because he's able to get control of that ball. But you know, a little risky just because it could have potentially gone over. Like if Wet Milk had done like a backwards jump there and hit it over, you would have probably been scored on because no one would be back. That works out for you. Okay. So that should have been the shot on goal. Again, just a little bit of mechanical error. It looks like you were trying to get that corner corner touch, but just timed it a little bit too late. Ends up going wide. This is a good chance. So we weren't quite in position for that. Let me see. You see Wet Milk is like backwards here, so he's not going to get any sort of powerful hit or probably be able to take control of this ball at all. So we could be a little bit closer here, and actually, let me see. We should not be turning left here, is another thing. We should be turning right. So we're rotating too far away from this play. So we do that, and then you see Meow Mix is going to be coming in, so we should be rotating in behind Meow Mix to follow up on his play, rather than rotating left, which just completely takes us out of this play. So that was a mistake there. We do eventually come in, but it's like if we were behind Meow Mix here, we'd be at a much better angle to intercept anything that Wet Milk could possibly do. But from this angle, it's a little bit harder. We'll have to work a little bit more to get any balls. He ends up missing, but he immediately goes and picks it up. I just think we could have been a little bit closer to this play. And then once you see like Wet Milk immediately boosts down and has this ball, so we don't need to jump for this. At this point we just want to be close by and try and get Wet Milk to make a mistake. And since he flipped into the ball, if you had just waited for him to make that flip, because it's kind of panicky flip, to be honest, like he probably could have taken better control of that. If you just waited for that flip, you might have been able to steal the ball from him and get a center. Now we gotta go back. So, Meow Mix hits this ball and it starts backing away. This is Meow Mix's fault. He started rotating out, so he should just let you take this ball since you're so close. So he probably just didn't check where you were and thought he had needed to turn in, but in fact you were already in position. So Meowmix should be letting you handle this, but instead he turns, so we have to go back, resulting in some awkwardness. Again, bit of awkwardness. Ball cam here would be good, a little bit quicker, see what's happening in the play. So we end up with own goal because we did not know what was going on. So if you had just done this flip and then done ball cam like right here, you could have seen what was happening. Do a quick right turn towards the center of the net, or towards the far post, and be ready to block this. Instead of doing this flip, if you knew what was happening, you probably would have just driven straight towards the back of the net and been able to get there a little faster. And also just a mechanical error because we drove up the side of the wall here instead of straight across, so we ended up not being able to get behind the ball. But that's alright. Still 2 minutes left. Can try and tie it up. This flip is not necessary if you look at where your enemy guy is positioned. So Chubb is really far away. So all you have to do here is take control of this ball, either dribble it on top of your car, do a turn, try and get like a bounce dribble going, or you could try and kill it and take it up the wall and like grab that side boost, go for like an air dribble or something like that. By doing this flip, you're just giving Chubb an opportunity to challenge the ball, because it'll take you too long to recover after making this flip. Luckily, you're able to beat him though, but it could have been a much easier beat had you done one of the other things I had suggested. I don't know about this flip back here. Let me see. You should be on ball cam so that you can see if your teammate won that challenge or not, because if he did win the challenge, you don't necessarily want to go all the way back for this corner boost, because now you look and see that he won the challenge and that the ball is all the way over there. So now you've taken yourself completely out of this play, whereas if you had checked to see if your teammate won the challenge, you could be at like midfield grabbing that other side boost instead of being all the way back here. So something to consider. Should not be boosting at this ball. Meowmix. So I think you realize you're too far away, so you're trying to get back quickly. But at this point, you're last man. Meowmix isn't making a play just yet, so you want to be kind of cautious, ready to play off of Wet Milk's touch, potentially. So we're just being a little bit too aggressive here. At this point, we should be turning away, getting ready for clear coming out, or whatever chaos happens, because these two guys are coming at the ball, and we're also coming at the ball, so no clue what's going to happen here. It's better to just take a defensive position. Luckily, the ball doesn't really go anywhere, so we can take up this shadowing position. Not the greatest execution there, so you turn in a little too soon to hit this ball. Chubbs wasn't going to follow that up, I don't think. He just like hits the ball and then he turns away from it. So you just you went a little bit too soon and turned on this ball. You could have taken control of it. almost ends up being a goal. So we can take control of this ball, potentially hit it to the corner, grab the boost, and give our teammate time to respawn. The side is also fine, it's just a little harder to see what's going on. Decent play there. Meowmix wasn't quite ready to take over though. And we get a goal. So, good job with the dribbling. Oh, wait a minute, did I go that far back? What the heck? Okay. Somehow I went back to the previous goal, so I just wanted to see the dribble again. Yeah, I mean, I like how you did that whole sequence there, so no problem with that. You check to see if your teammate was there. You didn't have any boost, so you couldn't follow it up yourself, but nicely done. Nice try. It sucks that he spawned right there, otherwise that might have also been a goal. The flip's not necessary here. So we could take control of this ball once you see Wet Milk has flipped past it. You should be able to get a quick like dribble there and just drive it into the goal potentially. A little difficult, but I think it would have been possible. Yeah, should be going for that. A little too slow. So once that pops up, like immediately you should go for this because there's no one in net. So the worst thing that can happen is the other blue guy comes out from the side and makes a save, and it goes to the sidewall, and by that point Meowmix is rotating out, so he'd be able to take care of that. So we should have been up for that right away. Like right there's should be an easy goal, but we waited too long, and so Chubbs was able to block the shot. But it's okay. So we don't want to go forward and then go backward like we did here, so try not to be hesitant on this. So we rotate into near posts, but we've lost all of our momentum on the rotation. You should just kind of chill back post here and let Meow Milk take this ball. And if it does happen to come out to the center, we can pretty easily take care of it. Chubbs isn't gonna come flying in or anything, so there's not really any reason to come near post on this ball. Then we end up backing up to far post, so we should have just stayed at far post. But once we were at near post, we should have just stayed at near post. Or if you really wanted to go back, you could just turn, just drive around, make a circle, make a semicircle back to far post. Because once you stop moving, or when you do the forward backwards, you kill all of your momentum. And so at least if you're driving, like if you're accelerating, you have some amount of speed. And anytime you have even just a little bit of speed, you're going to be able to make a play faster. So, tip of the day. And we come out on this a little bit too early. So you see Chubbs is right there. So we don't know where this ball is going to be going. We should still be in a defensive position, but right now we're facing forward. And it goes forward. but we're too far forward, so we get scored on. So exactly what I said. Basically, just watch what's going on. Chubbs is coming in, so as soon as you see that, you should turn and get ready to make a save. But you just keep driving forward, so you end up missing this ball. Not bad. We could have gotten a better touch here, jumping earlier instead of going on the side. Let me see. So we got the boost. Yeah, if you're a little faster, maybe you could just get a clear, like to the corner or something. Probably would have been good. By going up the wall here, you have to get a power shot to like the back left corner. But if you miss, it goes straight down, and then your team's in an awkward position. So it's just kind of a risky place to go for the ball. Kind of works out though. Nice, nice beat on the wall. Okay, that is a little bit risky. So you're trying to get back. Once you see it kind of going to like the wall area, if you make a bad touch here, you're gonna probably get scored on because your teammate is still recovering. So your teammate's all the way over there. So if you flip into this ball and it goes anywhere other than the corner, you'll get scored on. So although Chubbs is kind of far away, but if he was closer, you would definitely get scored on. So be aware of that and do your best to stay close to this ball. Try to take control and basically just think of this as like a 1v1. You don't want to do anything that is going to put yourself out of the play because you'll get scored on. So just keep that in mind. So it's just good enough that Chubbs isn't able to get a shot on net, and we're able to get out of that without getting scored on. And that's game. So 5-4. I don't know what rank this was. I would assume diamond something. I don't know what rank you are, but looks like Meowmix had a lot of our goals here. I'm trying to think. That's just in the back of my head what final comments I could give you. I honestly don't remember half the stuff I said, so I would have to go back and watch this again to maybe give you some like final comments or like things that you could work on. I think there was just a lot of general stuff and some mechanical stuff. But yeah, hopefully this was helpful to you. Hopefully you can use it to improve your game. But that's enough rambling. I'll get off here, so thanks. Bye bye.